Okay guys, I've got a scripted vlog for you today. The subject is charity and care. So today I helped a man lift his mobility scooter off the curb from the road to the pavement. Thing is though, did he want it? He was fumbling with gizmos and only half listening to me. I saw he was in a spot of bother. I asked him, he gave a slurred response. Difficult to understand with his old age. So I asked him again, and it sounded like a yes. I don't know if he really needed it though. I mean, he was standing over it and I helped him lift the back wheel onto the curb and then let him go. This event reminded me of charity and care. When dealing with old people, we often have carers that goes with the idea that old people are frail and can't take care of themselves alone, so they need help. But do they? I think this sentiment is generalizing, not specifying based on needs of the individual. We've got too far used to being told that, based on someone seeing the struggle and frailty and disability or needs of old people, or the disabled, that we automatically need to get involved in their lives, helping them when they may not need help. It's almost a sort of ageism, although I wouldn't definitively go that far myself. It does seem like you're trying to say that all old people are the same old person, and associate the ones who are in need of some sort of aid with the many who are able to help themselves. I personally am a bit iffy about whether I should help an old person straight out or not, based on my bad guesswork of what it is they're trying to do at the time. Unless they ask for my help vocally, explicitly, up front, they may not need it at all. A big thing that happens when you get old is that nearly everyone you see tries to bother you or get into your life thinking that they're helping you or thinking they know what's good for you. Most old people, I think, want to feel like they're useful. That they can do things on their own without help, that they're self-sufficient and they can manage. They get labelled as stubborn or unwilling to accept help by people trying to help them when they never asked for help. Sometimes it's their families that guess that the old person is in need, but they guess incorrectly. They get it wrong, so it's actually the younger family member being stubborn in that case. They believe in this society-ingrained concept of charity, and it works with disabled people in the same way, and it even works for so-called minorities too. People are very commonly given help that they didn't ask for, and that they didn't need, trying to be made into dependent on a collectivist gathering of false kindness. And the younger or fitter people get this dangerous misplaced feeling inside them when they think they've helped someone, or been kind, or saved someone's life, or protected them, when actually in so many cases these people don't need your protection. You deny them their own strength. You say they're weak and unable to do a task to get by, when if only you'd have left them alone, they would have succeeded just fine without your help. That feeling of, I've just helped someone, I feel so good, is not actually a good thing. And I'd recommend avoiding allowing yourself to feel this way. It's almost a successful tactic of collectivist extremists in brainwashing the public. The young, fit person also feels like they're doing something for society, or being an upstanding, kind, respected member of the public, via helping people everywhere who never asked for it, who are actually strong by themselves, and want to be allowed to show just how capable they are when left alone to their own devices. You can't treat every old person you've seen like that one old person you saw once who was definitely in trouble or struggling. They're individuals. Similarly, you can't treat every disabled person alike, especially because disabled doesn't only mean one thing, but a ton of different things, with one condition, say an amputee, all of those amputees are different people from each other, and don't act alike. There's not a hive mind collective known as amputees that all need your help in exactly the same way as each other. In fact, most of them don't need your help at all. People are individuals, so long as they don't personally attach themselves to a group or identify with their age or illness, which is identity politics. They are all unique, and you should cater to them as different cases from each other at all times. I think a key point is, if an elderly person, or a disabled person, or what the left labels as a minority, can communicate to you in plain language you understand. So, because they're living in that country with you, they should be able to speak the language and integrate if they have a citizenship here. And if they are able to speak clearly enough to be heard, then you need to ask them if they need help. Perhaps make suggestions, then wait for the answer. Pay particular attention to if they say no, they don't want any help. It's important for you to respect their wishes, and not push this any further when you hear this. Don't paint people with the same brush, nor collectivize them. People may be very capable when left to work in peace. But if they say yes, you can help them. But don't think that yes that you got applies every time you see them. If, however, they have a speech impediment, or slurred speech, or cannot speak your language in a way that can be understood, it may be necessary to work with them to find the most ideal way to communicate so you can gain their consent, such as writing answers on a notepad or phone to show you, or sign language, or speaking their language if you recognize it. It is better to know whether they consent to help than to blindly try and help everyone you meet and tell them what's good for them.